Sarvadharma sthapakatvam sarvadharma swarupakaha acharyanam mahacharyo Ramakrishnaya te namaha. O establisher of all the faiths, embodiment of all the religions, the greatest teacher among all the teachers, O Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to you. Namaste, pranam. We continue with Sri Ramakrishna's teachings, and Sri Ramakrishna, in our previous teaching, he taught us how these fully awakened souls, like Trelinga Swami or Bhaskarananda, they are beyond the good and bad. They are beyond the virtue and vice. They are beyond holy and unholy, and they consider everything to be the manifestation of the ultimate divine, of the Satchidananda, of the Parabrahman. And Sri Ramakrishna through that story about the monk who had got badly beaten up by the landlord, he became unconscious. And when the brother monks brought him back to the monastery, one brother monk was feeding him with milk. He opened, he gained consciousness. He opened his eyes and started looking around. And this brother monk who was feeding him with milk, he asked him, "Do you recognize who is feeding you milk?" And what was the answer of this holy person? He said, "The same person who beat me up mercilessly, because of whom I became unconscious. The same person is now bringing me back to consciousness by feeding milk." Look at seeing Brahman in one and all. So that is the oneness of Brahman that these fully awakened souls, they get into. And then we also talked about Sri Ramakrishna's own answer to Ma Sharada when she asked, "How you look upon me? Do you look upon me as a wife? You look upon me as your disciple? Or you look upon me as your caretaker? How do you look upon me?" And what was Sri Ramakrishna's answer? Sri Ramakrishna's answer: the Divine Mother who is worshipped in the temple. The Divine Mother, the Mother who gave birth to this body and is now living in the Nahabat. Sri Ramakrishna's mother was staying in the Nahabat upper floor. Ma was used to stay in the lower floor, on the ground floor. So the one who stays in Nahabat now and given birth to this physical body, and the same person who is massaging my feet, I consider all these to be the same representation of my Divine Mother. My Divine Mother has come in all these forms. I don't discriminate. I don't differentiate between that Divine Mother and you and my biological mother. You all are same Divine Mother to me. So Sri Ramakrishna seeing Divine Mother Kali in Ma Sarada, and also telling us how we should revere not only Ma Sarada, but all the women around us as the representation of that same Divine Mother. So that was Sri Ramakrishna's teaching in the forenoon to all these disciples. Now it is afternoon, late afternoon, and some more devotees have come in. The Brahmo devotees have come to seek advice, to get the teachings, nectarine teachings from Sri Ramakrishna, because it is a Sunday this day now. Now, one Brahmo devotees have come, and Sri Ramakrishna starts talking to them in a very joyous mood. Sri Ramakrishna was never ever in any pensive mood or in any remorse mood. In fact, Ma has commented upon this, that I have never seen Sri Ramakrishna in a remorse, in a bad mood, in a getting upset. He was always in the joyous, in the blissful mood. So that is how Sri Ramakrishna always spends time making fun, making gay, cutting jokes with all the devotees around, and telling them various stories, telling them various anecdotes, telling them various parables, telling them various examples, and teaching them with the intricate spiritual truths. So now Sri Ramakrishna, all these Bhaktagan and the Brahmogan sitting in front of me, and Sri Ramakrishna says that you talk glibly about bhakti to this Brahmo, because they keep on singing songs on bhakti and devotion and all that, but whether they really mean by what they are singing. So Sri Ramakrishna says, you talk glibly about prema, you talk glibly about devotion, but is it such a commonplace thing that every Tom, Dick and Harry can keep on talking over prema, over the bhakti, over the devotion? Is it such a commonplace thing? No. It needs a lot of efforts on the part of devotee. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, there are two characteristics of prema. It is not that one just talking about prema, one gains prema. One has to make an effort to get that prema. One should make an effort to get that devotion. And which are the two characteristics of the prema that Sri Ramakrishna is now explaining specifically to the Brahmo devotees who are very fond of talking about prema and bhakti and devotion. First, it makes one forget the world. That's the first sign of prema. That is the one sign of prema. One characteristic of prema is it makes the devotee forget the world. Anything the devotee sees connects that devotee with the beyond, with the Lord, with the Divine Mother. So intense is one's love for God that one becomes unconscious of outer things. For the devotee who has reached that stage of prema, who has cultivated that ultimate prema, the raga bhakti, the prema bhakti that Sri Ramakrishna says, he becomes oblivious to things surrounding. He becomes unconscious to the worldly things around him. And then Sri Ramakrishna gives the example of Chaitanya Deva. Chaitanya had this ecstatic love. He took a wood for the sacred grove of Vrindavan. You see, their way of thinking gets evolved to such a high or such a higher plane that anything they see, they immediately relate it with the divine. Sri Chaitanya Deva, whenever he used to see any article of wood, the wood, he used to immediately think of those groves of Vrindavan, where Sri Krishna and Radha, they had their Rasa Leela, they had their divine communion. Any piece of wood Chaitanya Deva would see, his mind would fly off to Vrindavan and merge into that divine atmosphere. See the association of wood with the wood of the groves of Vrindavan. He took a wood for the sacred grove of Vrindavan and the ocean for the dark waters of the Jamuna. Whenever he used to look at the ocean, the Bay of Bengal, he never used to consider that ocean as just an ordinary ocean of vast pool of water. The moment he used to look at the ocean, his mind used to fly away and get connected with the waters of Jamuna, where Sri Krishna played his Leela, in those deep waters of Jamuna in Vrindavan. So this is how these enlightened souls, these divine saints, these divine souls, for them, anything in this world, it may be an ordinary worldly thing for us. For them, it is a connection to the divine. Sri Chaitanya Deva seeing ordinary wooden article, immediately going to Vrindavan groves, or taking a look at the ocean, getting straightway exported to the waters of Jamuna. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, that is the first characteristic, that all the worldly things appear to be divine. Whatever we see, they get connected. Like Sri Ramakrishna. The moment he saw that lady with, in the circus, the English woman doing all those hazardous tricks, standing on the horse and with one leg and performing all those jumps, immediately his connectivity was to the great spiritual practice that the spiritual aspirants performs to attain the highest knowledge. Then second characteristic, one has no feeling for my-ness. First is, everything in the world becomes divinely oriented. And second thing is, there is no feeling of my-ness. There is no trace of me and mine toward the body, which is so dear to man. Now we all love our bodies, isn't it? We all love our bodies. We all love our surroundings, our family members, our friends, our society. We all are so much steeply attached to all these things. My body, my home, my house, my friends, my family, my circle. But Sri Ramakrishna says, once this prema bhakti ignites, once a person comes under the clutches of the real prema, then there is no feeling of my-ness. Then it is all the Divine Mother's play. She is there everywhere. She is there everywhere. One wholly gets rid of the feeling that the body is the soul. Then there is no body consciousness at all. And that is the stage. Sri Ramakrishna always keeps on telling that till the time this body consciousness is there, till the time this ego is there, I am here, I am here, I am here, till the time this wretched I is here, we can never go to that elevated plane of the bhakti, of the prema bhakti, of the raga bhakti. And then Sri Ramakrishna says there are also certain signs of God realization. Like these two characteristics when a person develops prema. Sri Ramakrishna says the person who has had God realization also, like the person who attains to the ultimate prema, even the person who has had the God realization, the persons like Trailanga Swami or Bhaskarananda or Sri Ramakrishna himself, Sri Ramakrishna says that there are certain signs of these people. The man in whom longing for God manifests its glories is not far from attaining him. The person in whom the longing for God, the signs for longing for God has ignited. They have ignited. The signs for longing for God can be seen in that person. Make sure that that person is not far from reaching the ultimate. Know for sure that that person is very close to the ultimate realization, to the ultimate illumination. And what are those signs? Now Sri Ramakrishna tells about the signs. What are the glories of that longing? What are the signs of that longing to attain the divine? They are discrimination, dispassion, compassion for all the living beings, serving holy men, loving their company, chanting the name and glories of God, telling the truth and the like. Now, the moment you see these signs in a person, know for sure this person is not far away from getting that ultimate truth. That discrimination, dispassion towards all the things in the world, non-attachment. This person is not attached to anything in this world. He lives in the world like the oil drop in a pool of water. That oil never gets mixed with water. It is living in its own divine bliss. When you see those signs of longing in an aspirant, you can rightly say that for him, the vision of God is not far to seek. You see any person who is discriminating between the real and the unreal, any person who is discriminating, reasoning between what is sat, what is asat, what is permanent, what is ephemeral, what is lasting, lasting forever, what is eternal, and what is this mere temporary phenomena. A person who discriminates on this, a person who has developed dispassion for the worldly attachments. He may live in the world, but he is not attached by any of these worldly attachments. Compassion for the living beings. One whose heart goes for all the living beings, whether they have done good to him, whether they have done bad to him, whether they are known to him, whether they are unknown to him. This fellow has a loving heart towards one and all because this person starts seeing Brahman in everybody. He starts seeing Brahman everywhere around him or around her. That is the ultimate compassion for all living beings. Then serving holy men. He gets into the habit of associating with the holy men. He gets into the habit of satsanga and serving these holy men. Doing tidbits for them doesn't matter, but be of some service to them. That kills the wretched ego. Serving the holy men helps us in eliminating our unripe I. loving their company, loving the company of holy, loving the company of the like-minded, like Sri Ramakrishna used to say, that a hemp smoker always loved the company of another hemp smoker. Now is the time. Come on, brother, both of us will smoke and get high. And here, the spiritual aspirants, they seek the spiritual company, they seek the holy company to get into that high of spiritual enlightenment. Loving their company, chanting the name and glories of God. Sri Ramakrishna always professes, chant, chant, chant the name and sing the glories of God, telling the truth, stick to the truth. And Sri Ramakrishna says, truth is the tapasya, is the austerity of this Kali Yuga. How many can adhere to truth? For every small things, we try to twist the matters, we try to cover up the things by telling lies, by telling untruth things. May not be complete lie, but we try to compromise on truth. But Sri Ramakrishna says, people, the aspirants who have come closer to God, they stick to the path of truth, telling the truth. And all these type of signs, they indicate that the person is now on the verge of getting merged in the Lord. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, gives a very apt example that if a master is going to visit a servant, the way things start happening in servant's home. Servant is a poor guy. He doesn't have many of the facilities. He can't even welcome and entertain the master if master at all thinks of visiting his servant and getting his service. So what the master does? Sri Ramakrishna says now he gives that instance. The state of servant's home will tell you unmistakably whether his master has decided to visit his home. First, the rubbish and jungle around the whole house are cleared up. Second, the soot and dirt are removed from the rooms. Everything is made spick and span the moment master decides to go to his servant home and enjoy his courteous welcome. What master does? Master himself starts providing. He will send 10 people to his house, go and clear up all the stuff outside, go and clean all the rooms inside. So when I go there, the servant is in a place, is in a condition to welcome me and extend his hospitality to me. The master only provides, makes all these provisions. Second, the soot and dirt are removed from the rooms. Third, the courtyard, floors and other places are swept clean. Everything is made spick and span. Finally, the master himself sends various things to the house, such as a carpet. The poor servant, he may not have carpet, and master cannot walk on the bare floor. So master himself, he sends the carpet, lay down the carpet in his room so that when I come, I can step on the carpet. A hubble bubble for smoking. Poor guy, he may not have hubble bubble. The master, every now and then, he wants hubble bubble to smoke from. So master sends the hubble bubble also to the servant's place. And everything he makes available at his servant's place. When you see these things arriving, you conclude that the master will come very soon. Like through these signs, you will come to know that, oh, the master has decided to visit his servant and enjoy the hospitality extended by his servant. Extending hospitality with the things that are provided by the master himself. And Sri Ramakrishna says, in exactly the same way, the Divine Mother, she provides all these things to her beloved child. She provides discrimination. She provides dispassion. She provides love for all, compassion for all. She provides love for truth. And the moment these signs, they start appearing in the spiritual aspirant, know for sure that the child is not far away from the Divine Mother. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.